The pitch clock, this isn't what it's about, but the pitch clock has been around for, about 12 games now?
Yeah.
And what we've learned is that it shaves about 30 minutes off the game, right?
Yeah.
So what have we learned here? Allegedly, it makes the baseball experience better. It creates more action in a short amount of time. And we've had John Smoltz on the show, who's one of the biggest baseball purists there is. And he said he loves it. We've had Dylan Cease on the show, second in the Cy Young Award last year, one of the best pitchers in the game of baseball. And he said he was rather apprehensive about it at first, but now he loves it. Rowdy Tellez, on the other hand, you have all these opinions. Rowdy Tellez, maybe not in love with them, but understands for the game of baseball, it's what's happening and it's the best thing for the game. So you have all these opinions all over the place, right? But Alex, we're 12 games in and a serious problem has arisen.
How serious?
There's an issue.
Okay.
An issue that must be discussed.
Let's hear it.
It must be solved.
Tell me.
Beer sales. Beer sales are down. This is a problem. This is an issue. You go to a ballpark. What do you want? You want to sit in your seat? You want to grab a hot dog? You want to grab a beer? And you want to watch some baseball. That's American, right? A beer and baseball. But the problem is that the pitch clock is here. And shorter games means less of time to go get a beer. You can't go out of your seat and go up to the concession stands and wait in line and be on your phone and try and watch a TV because next thing you know, 3 innings have gone by. You've totally missed the game. But according to new credible sources, this is starting to change. Alcohol sales are down, but MLB teams are adapting. And according to MLB.com, the Brewers, because of course it's the Brewers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of all teams, the Brewers are now selling alcohol past the 7th inning, when beer sales have traditionally stopped. Several other teams, Diamondbacks, Twins, and Rangers, were the first to follow suit. This morning, as I speak, the Houston Astros have followed suit. I'm sure as of right now, more teams are falling in line. These teams are now extending beer sales through the entire length of the game, which has never happened. Now, I'm excited that teams are adapting, and this seems they're trying to figure out a workaround, but we need a complete overhaul. A complete overhaul of the entire system of beer sales. Now, you might say, listen, there's those people and the guys in the stands that are walking up and down the aisle selling beer and hot dogs. No. We need less cranky old men in the stands saying, who wants a hot dog? Who wants a beer? Well, guess what? By the time that beer gets to you, that tray of beer, one, he might say, oh, I ran out of the last beer 2 aisles ago. I'm sorry. Or it's flat. It's warm. It's spilling all over the place. The guy doesn't want to be there to begin with. No. We need less beer guys and more beer girls. Now, let me explain. This isn't a guys versus a girl thing. To explain, Alex, I want to take you to the greatest place on earth to watch a baseball game, the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan, where they have Uriko, is what they call them. Uriko are these magical creatures roaming the stands. They're athletic. They're fast. They're college-age students. There's hundreds of them around the entire stadium. And they're wearing jerseys. Not jerseys of the team on the field, jerseys of the beer that they have in the keg that's on their backs. There's multiple different kinds of beers, many different jerseys being worn around the stadium. Whatever beer you want, you can get. Just raise your hand and it will happen. That's how good these girls are. They're so fast. Now, why are they so fast? Some have explained them like they're an F1 pit crew. That's how good that these girls are. Now, why are they so fast, you might ask?
Yeah.
Well, they don't work for the stadium. They work for the beer company themselves. So the more beer they sell, the faster they sell, well, the more cash they make, the better their company does. And guess what? There's a keg on their back. It takes forever for that keg to run out, but when it does run out, guess what? They can refill their keg in like 15 seconds at the stand underneath the jersey. 15 seconds, they're in and they're out, and they got a keg back on their back. Uriko are legends in Japan. And if you're watching right now, you can see just how legendary they are. These kegs are refilled in seconds. They're back out there. And I must say, Alex, I experienced this last year. I one time accidentally raised my hand. It was an accident. There was a person there ready to pour me a beer within 10 seconds. These people are wandering the stadium with their eyes peeled on you. Their eyes are locked on you no matter where you are. You raise your hand, there's hundreds of them. They're fast. They're at you within seconds. This is what we need. We need an entire overhaul of the system. We need this in the stands in the United States. This is what we need. Something like they have in Japan. Something where you can raise your hand, Alex, and there's a beer in your hand. Imagine this, right? I sit there, I raise my hand, and there's a beer in my hands. How great is that?
Breakfast of Champions, Mr. Ben Verlander.
Thanks for watching. If you love Flippin Bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.